Namaste everyone. I'm Lakshmi Iyer and we are going to do today A Tiger in the Zoo, written by the Welsh poet George Leslie Norris from CBSE Grade 10 First Flight book. And this is a very beautiful poem written by the poet George Leslie Norris. In this poem, he talks about two settings. One is the tiger in the cage, how it is behaving, and he contrasts it to how the tiger will behave if it has been in its wild natural habitat. So here how the tiger stalks the cage, how his fierceness or ferociousness was limited by the cage, and how he looks, how the eyes of the tiger glaze over when he is looking at the people who come to visit the cage, because he understands that they will not help him get out of the cage. So it's a very beautiful imagery. He uses the words starks, vivid, rage, pads, snarling, bearing. All these are the words which we come across in this poem. I myself love a tiger outside the cage. So I have put up this picture. But as you can see, this poem has 5 stanzas of 4 lines each. So it is called as a quintain. If a stanza has 4 lines, it is called as a quintain. Quatrain, sorry, not quintain, quatrain, 4 lines are there and 5 stanzas are there. So here in each stanza, one stanza the poet talks about how the tiger is behaving when it is in a cage, and this he compares with another stanza where he says how the tiger will behave if it has been in the wild nature. So this is a very beautiful poem. As you can see, the tone of the poem is full of regret and anger, because the poet feels angry that the ferociousness, the beautiful animal is caged instead of leaving it free. So totally the voice or the tone of the poem is full of regret and anger from the poet. And the rhyme scheme used is ABCD, and the figures of speeches, many figures of speeches have been used in this poem. I have listed them for you, and this full poem is of imagery, because he explains how the tiger looks. We can imagine how he stalks the prey and how he walks in the cage with a quiet rage. So such a beautiful poem, and what we need to study for our 10th standard is this imagery, this compare and contrast of the animal being put in the cage and as well as in the wild. How the poet compares both of them is very important, along with the figures of speeches, which we have to be very careful about, because we have to know them by heart, because in our MCQs also they will simply ask in text based questions. So you have to know the whole poem and you have to remember all these figures of speeches where they have used what. So this is about this poem. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much.